if you thought Crypt Horrors were bad before, with the buffed Invocation of Nehek overcast, they become monstrous. One of the ways you want to use monster units is to have a mobile shield here in the form of zombies, and use them so close to each other that no individual unit can get surrounded. So I've done just that here against an Empire army that consists of 6 spears, 6 great swords, and 2 Demigryph knights, this is actually Balthazar Gelt on foot here. Yes, it is against the AI, it's just to illustrate the point. This isn't supposed to be a real battle. This is just to show the principle of the undead death blob, the undying undead death blob. So you engage with zombies wherever, and then you start to create your blob. Now notice that the Crypt Horrors are basically like the giants fighting back to back, getting shielded by zombies on the flanks. And what happens now is, I will fast forward. What happens now is that, sure, the AI isn't the best flanker, but the AI is actually going to defeat the zombies on the flanks here with Demigryph spears and greatswords. However, I'm continually going to overcast Invocation of Nehek. So have a look at the health. We'll just follow this Crypt Horror unit because it's going to take a lot of damage. Take a look at the health, how it keeps decreasing, increasing. One Crypt Horror will drop, then Invocation of Nehek is going to make it pop right back up again. And of course the Empire does not have that luxury. So now Crypt Horrors dropping, but the Invocation of Nehek targeted over. Here you can see the area that Invocation of Nehek hits. It hits a massive blob of units. And since these units have regeneration, it's even worse now, sure. Against Empire gunnery, range, skirmish, cannons, you wouldn't be able to just plop your vampire over the army like I'm doing here. Buff the leadership. And keep using buffs to increase the leadership melee attack of these units. However, the combination of regeneration and Invocation of Nehek will allow the Crypt Horrors to do something they were never able to do before. And that is to stay in the fight versus Demigryph, spears and greatswords and come out on top. Balthazar Gelt was stupid there. He chose to stay in the fight and he's going to pay for it. Here we have a unit of Crypt Horrors that's down to 7 horrors. It keeps regenerating, and when Invocation of Nehek is cast, there I cast Undeath Resurgent. When Invocation of Nehek is cast, overcast there, the Vampire Lord Manfred von Carstein is just going to regenerate anyway. And then Invocation of Nehek is going to reanimate fallen horrors, and also together with a regeneration help them to stay in the fight. So even though they're engaged on multiple fronts now, the Invocation is able to hit all of these units. And if you manage to create blobs like this with multiple strong units, it's very, very difficult to break when you get into protracted combat. So it is kind of in character for the undead to work like this. However, it's also incredibly powerful, and while you now have to place massive importance on killing the vampire or necromancer to stop this from happening, this isn't even a full army. So the undead could bring lots of other nasties in addition to this. Well, what about the Demigryphs? Well, bring some Blood Knights to take care of the Demigryphs. Take out the necromancer, for example. Or you could just have one Blood Knight for the punching power, and then you could tank up on some additional Cairn Wraiths, or you could just bring Cairn Wraiths. And using Invocation on units like these, that takes a long time to kill them in the first place. However, when you add Invocation to that, this is an army that's relatively tough, and damage reduction in normal damage, physical resistance of 80%, it used to be 75. So yeah, quite lethal stuff for the undead, and I can't wait to have this done to me in battle to see how I deal with that. Strength and over.